Welcome to NewsBreak26 in Southwest New Brunswick. I'm Nathalie Sturgeon. Vicky Hogarth is away this week. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. In national news, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has announced his resignation as Liberal Party leader amid significant calls by members of his own party, including the caucuses in Atlantic Canada, Quebec, and Ontario. He will remain in the Prime Minister's office until a successor is chosen. On January 6, Trudeau also met with Governor General Mary Simon to prorogue Parliament until March 24th, which is termination of the current session but does not trigger an election.
Parliament has been paralyzed for months after what has been the longest session of a minority parliament in Canadian history. Last night over dinner, I told my kids about the decision that I'm sharing with you today. I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister, after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process. This country deserves a real choice in the next election, and it has become clear to me that if I'm having to fight internal battles, I cannot be the best option in that election.
Calls for this decision strengthened after former Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland resigned in a scathing letter detailing a rift between her and Trudeau over fiscal policy. The decision comes just a little less than 2 weeks before U.S. President Donald Trump is sworn into office, bringing with him threats of significant and damaging tariffs. The Liberal Party will need to select a new leader in a very short timeline. Turning to local news, 3 out of 4 mayors in Charlotte County say there were many positives for their communities in 2024. Grand Manan Mayor Bonnie Morris said the arrival of a permanent air ambulance on the island has been welcome news for those who faced considerable anxiety in the past 2 years.
You know, having the plane be positioned back on Grand Manan in September it's a huge comfort for people. I've said I didn't realize how much anxiety I was carrying personally till I saw the plane come and land.
She says the next challenge will be to get an airport hangar built.
We aren't really in the building hangar kind of business, so it's been a bit of a struggle for us. We've had some hiccups along the way that we weren't anticipating, but finally seeing that light at the end of the tunnel.
Grand Manan Council reduced its tax rate by 4 cents this year. In Eastern Charlotte, Mayor John Craig says the top priority for the new year is getting clean drinking water in Blacks and Beaver Harbor. This issue has been ongoing for more than 2 years, with residents complaining of discolored water filled with sediment. The water supply is currently owned by a private company, Connors Brothers. There are several other items the municipality is hoping to achieve in the next year.
More housing in the area, and I see that's almost ready to happen anyway. So, and the one thing I really and I've talked to council, and I'm pretty sure all councils on board is making sure we get a piece of land that we can put a new fire hall on. We need a new central located fire hall, and probably that could be combined with the municipal hall at the same time, and maybe the ambulance service as well. But we need something that's more centrally located. What we have now.
Craig said it is unlikely it will be completed this year, but the goal is to have a design and land available for the project before municipal elections scheduled in 2026. St. Andrews Mayor Brad Henderson is applauding the community's progress on housing, including affordable development. The municipality was also able to reduce the tax rate despite ongoing strife between councillors who represent the rural areas of Shamcook and Bayside.
There were some heated debates at times. I think it almost seemed almost a little bit personal. Able to wheel it back in and concentrate on what the true purpose was, and it was the budget. I think that the residents will be pleased to see that the mill rate in every ward was in fact lowered, so the tax rate has gone down.
All 3 mayors say there are plenty of things on the agenda for 2025, hoping to improve service delivery as it works with the provincial government on fiscal reform. The new hours at the St. Croix border crossing are in effect. Non-commercial travelers can now cross the border in Macadam 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Commercial travelers can cross on weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Canadian Border Services Agency made the announcement in November, saying it was to align with its counterparts in the U.S. That's all the news I have for you. For more local news and content, visit CHCO.TV.
a news and public affairs production of CHCO-TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.